Hi, I'm Ollie.
Hi, I'm Rob.
And this is a comic strip AP of Dungeon World, featuring the sorry tale of Alford Soultaker. When we last saw Alford, he had been called to the offices of Governor Alderman to meet with Inquisitor O'Brien. And Inquisitor O'Brien has just told him a story of his life, a story which ended very, very badly.
The war has found me, and found me unprepared. Frostbreach is a powder keg, and I am right back in the mess. I don't know how much the governor knew about what I've done before I came here, but he has got closer and closer to working it out for himself. Warrior, leader, assassin, murderer. I have fought and outthought generals, champions, and kings. I always thought that I had time to prepare and plan how to leave. How foolish I have been to assume such a thing. The Inquisitor is here, and it is apparent that he knows everything, one way or another. This will end in blood. My name is Alford Soultaker. I am a monster hunter, and the most wanted man alive.
Okay, so you're standing, I'm guessing probably kind of shell-shocked, opposite O'Brien, who has just told you the story of your life, a story which you thought nobody else knew, the story of the man you killed.
It was a very strange experience. I was living it alongside of his story. He was speaking the words, but I was seeing what I saw. It was like a flashback.
And he is standing opposite you, smiling, and it's a smug, self-satisfied smile. It's the smile of someone who has been looking for something for a while, has finally found it.
I can only describe myself as feeling like that slight disconnect you feel when you don't really feel like you're there. You're standing outside of your body and watching it happen. I must look white.
Governor Alderman looks to you, looks to Inquisitor O'Brien. I appear to be missing something here. Alford, what is the Inquisitor talking about? You're here for the murder of one of your ex-compatriots in a bar, a silly fight. What on earth is he talking about tensing the war for? But that's where... And Inquisitor O'Brien smiles and said, yes, Alderman, that is where the king was slain. Tell me, Alford, do you know what the price for king slaying is? Now, for, of course, murder, as you've been committed of, it is exile. For indeed most crimes is exile. Anything up to regicide. You can see his hand is kind of... It's not reaching for the sword that he has by his side, but his hand is ready to go for it, should anything go off. Okay,
Alford comes to his senses, and as often happens when you've had one of those slight out-of-body experiences, when you come to your senses hard and fast and with a kick of adrenaline. Alford's going to try a quick bluff, and he's going to pace over to Alderman, who's still sitting at his desk, and he's going to lean over the desk and slam both his fists down on the desk and lean forwards and just shout, "Come on, Alderman, goddammit! You know why I'm here. You've seen the record. It's murder. I did it. I killed Freymar. What's this lunatic talking about?" Now, what I've been trying to disguise there was the fact that as I slammed my hands down, I smacked it down next to the large pot of ink, the inkwell, that Alderman has on his desk. And if it looks like I've got the opportune moment, I flick my arm sideways fast to try and throw the ink into O'Brien's eyes.
Nice, okay. Make me a... I'm going to say that's a Defy Danger Intelligence for quick thinking.
Okay, here we go.
It's not your strong point.
Intelligence, nah, it's just very average. 9?
You throw the ink pot at him, and he has seen this coming. He was already sort of prepped for you to try something stupid.
Yeah.
And so he has drawn his blade and is lunging towards you with his blade as it strikes him in the temple. Now he's still coming towards you, but he's off balance now. What do you do?
I'm going to try and... It sounds like that was what started like a controlled lunge turning into something of a wilder and more controlled momentum, so I'm going to try and turn that to my advantage by rolling around the blade, grabbing him by the back of the belt and the scruff of his collar, uses momentum just to try and hurl him straight out of, either into a wall or out of a window, whichever it is that is just behind me.
Behind you there would be a wall. So defy danger, strength to turn his momentum against it.
Okay. 5, 6, 7, 8, 10.
10, okay. Tell me what that looks like.
Alford is a man of reflex. He always has been, and he almost can't... even Alford doesn't know what he's about to do next. But when he moves, and he moves on that instinct, he's got a certain grace. So having surprised O'Brien enough just to throw him off his balance, he pivots around the point of O'Brien's blade, coming up just behind him, taking the opportunity to add momentum to O'Brien's wild lunge. He gives him an extra shove from behind, sending him careering headfirst into a wall, which he hits with a smack and a loud grunt.
Okay, he does that. It's enough to put him out for a few seconds. In this time, Alderman has just risen up, pushing himself up on his desk to his near 7-foot height. Alford Soultaker! What on earth do you think you're doing? And he draws the sword that he has across his back, which is a gleaming bastard sword. Stand down! My
head snaps around to glare at him. I have taken a subservient role to him from the minute I met him, and as far as I'm concerned now, he's going to see Alford for what he really is. With a snarl, Alford just launches himself across the desk, trying to disarm Alderman from his own blade to try and hold it across his throat.
Are you trying to hurt him, or are you just trying to disarm him?
Try and disarm him.
Okay.
And if things go well, I'm going to try and turn that into a hostage situation where I've got his own sword to his throat. But I'm not going to count my chickens.
Okay, so that is going to be a defy danger strength.
8.
8, okay, cool. Well, tell me what that looks like and I will tell you what happens thereafter.
Okay. Alderman is very used to domineering all those in his thrall, including Alford. What Alderman doesn't know, Alford has always thought that he could take Alderman with very little difficulty. So Alford's speed and athleticism takes Alderman by some surprise, whilst he vaults over the desk and lunges for his sword, expertly snatching it from his grip.
Okay, you push the sword up against his throat as you were planning. However, just as Alderman had underestimated your speed, you've underestimated his strength. He's an old man, probably mid-70s now, so you're expecting almost to kind of push it gently up against his throat.
He looks like a bag of bones.
Yeah. And he just pushes straight back. You know, like when you see an arm wrestling contest change midway through?
And it starts to just turn the other way.
It does. It kind of feels like that. So you're pushing it against his neck and he starts to kind of push it back. And you're both kind of grimacing at each other. At which point, it strikes you that there is a lot of noise going on outside. Like, a lot of noise.
Okay.
What do you do?
I'm going to headbutt
him. Nice. That's going to be a hack and slash.
Okay, excellent. 11.
11? Right, okay. You can hear this noise getting louder and louder and louder, and you don't know what's going on outside. You just throw your head forward, crack against his, and he goes down. You've got maybe a couple of seconds before he and O'Brien get up, at which point the door flies open and in comes Venombearer McKee, bloodied and out of breath. Alderman, cover... Bloody hell, Alfred, what's going on in here?
Venombearer, you've walked into the wrong room. Get out while you can.
I'm not going bloody out there again. It's rebellion. The new soldiers. They're not soldiers at all.
The fuck are they then?
They've come here to free the prisoners.
Okay, I step over to Venombearer and I hand him the sword, clap him twice on the shoulder and say, "Watch these two. Don't let them out of your sight." And push him over towards them and get out the door.
You leave Venombearer confused, guarding two of the highest ranking people in this side of the country. And you rush outside, and as you rush outside, it's just chaos everywhere. It's new soldier versus old soldier, it's convict versus soldier, it's convict versus each other, it's people running for the hills, and Frostbreach is aflame.
I look out over the carnage with a sense of surprise and almost wonder. I just say out loud, Is this you?
We are currently pretending to be people who are remembering stuff, and in the remembering, no, they're being told stuff they remember about them with a vision in it.
I got a headache.
Hi, this is Jason from the Gauntlet Gaming Community. If you enjoyed this episode of Comic Strip AP, please consider supporting the Gauntlet on Patreon. Our page can be found at patreon.com/gauntlet.